Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Jerry Jacobs. He is the CEO of LFTD Partners. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is LIFD on the OTCQB. And LFTD Partners will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase, happening April 25 through 27, 2023 in Las Vegas. LFTD Partners will actually be on the top tier track, being hosted by Maj Soueidan from geoinvesting.com. For more information to register, please visit www.planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Jerry, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
My pleasure.
All right. Well, I want to actually let folks know, Jerry and myself, as well as the COO of LFTD Partners, Nick Warrender, we did a long form interview for the due diligence series. So if you want to hear the full story of how the company got to where it is today, I highly recommend you go and check that out. It's on our YouTube channel on Planet MicroCap. But to start, for those that may have missed that interview or haven't heard of LFTD, Jerry, can you give us that quick overview of the company?
Sure. Our company is one of the leading manufacturers of hemp-derived cannabinoid products. These are things like gummies and vapes, chocolates that contain things like Delta-8 THC, Delta-9 THC, and other more rare or exotic cannabinoids coming out of hemp. These products do get you high, depending upon how much of the product you choose to use. But they've become very, very popular across the country with, many, many people and many different age groups because of, the impact. We're not really, we don't really discuss the impact because of concerns about FDA, characterizations of the product. But it's become a very big industry. We're one of the leaders in it. And we've also launched, we sell those products under the Herb brand, URB, which is one of the leading brands in the space. We have also gotten very involved in psychoactive products under a brand called Silly Shroom, which includes various legal mushrooms, including Amanita mushroom extract. Our company, we think we hope people will come and listen to our presentation. We've been growing very, very dramatically since we acquired our principal subsidiary called Lifted Made in 2020. We've grown from, about 5 people to about 150 people. Our sales have gone up very, very dramatically. We're about to announce our 2022 year numbers, but we've had very dramatic growth over the last few years. And most importantly, unlike almost all the companies in the cannabis industry, we've been very nicely, consistently profitable for the last 10 quarters. So we think we're an unusual company, growing, profitable, in a very exciting industry. We hope people will be interested to come and see our presentation.
Absolutely. And one question that I asked you in the long form interview, but I think it's important because we're going to be putting this on your company profile page for the conference. Speak to the legalities of consumables right now as they exist, and especially as it pertains to LFTD Partners and your products that are out there.
Yeah, I mean, on the cannabinoid space, all of our products are at the federal level are legal under what's called the Farm Bill. Every 5 years, the Congress passes a omnibus farming related bill, and in the last one, it legalized basically everything coming out of hemp and all derivatives of hemp. So we're perfectly legal on the federal level, and also on the federal level, relating to our psychoactive products, the mushroom products, were also legal there also. But underneath the federal level, we have this interesting dynamic both in marijuana and in hemp, where different states, notwithstanding federal legality of these products, in certain states our products are either prohibited or regulated in one way or another. And it's just something that we have to deal with and comply with on a state-by-state basis.
Absolutely. So then from what you can tell us, in your opinion, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for 2023?
Well, I mean, to begin with, as I mentioned, we're very unusual in that we're profitable, which is really something to say for this industry. It's very unusual. We've taken this tack where we don't grow marijuana, we don't grow hemp, we don't own labs. We strictly focus on branded consumer products, which are very sticky, and the ones that we manufacture and sell, we've got a very nice profit margin, let's say ending up in the 20 to 25% EBITDA margin. And, that's unusual about us. But also from a growth standpoint, not just profitable, but we've been growing like crazy over the last few years. And we think that we're still in the very early innings of this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon, and we're in the very beginning of it. So from a profitability standpoint, from a growth standpoint, and finally from a value standpoint, our stock trades for a very low, let's call it 7 to 8 multiple of our earnings per share. And this is true GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP-based earnings per share. We're trading at a very, very modest multiple of our annual earnings.
Very good. You actually alluded to my next question a little bit here. My final question for you, like I said, we're going to be posting this on your company profile page, and folks are going to be, doing one-on-ones at our conference. What would you say, speaking to that audience, what would you say are the 3 main reasons why folks should want to do a one-on-one meeting with you at the event?
Well, if investors can get comfortable with the kind of regulatory backdrop of the cannabis industry, which that is a kind of a binary choice. I mean, some investors are going to look at this industry and say it's growing very dramatically. We want to be a part of it. This is part of the dynamics of where our society is going. If the investor is willing to look at that industry, we're, like I said, a very unusual company that deserves a long look because of the factors I just mentioned. But in addition to that, I would suggest investors might want to pay attention to us and take a look at us, because we are leading in not just our own organic growth, but in some very significant collaborations that we're doing with other companies that have branded products that want to expand into our industry. For example, within the last about 6 weeks, we announced a very significant collaboration with a company called Cali Sweets to come out with new brands of Cali Sweets is a very, very successful, innovative company that we're coming out with a new brand of disposable vapes and gummies. They're working exclusively with us under a multi-year contract. And we do have some, I can't get into it in this call, but we do have other very significant initiatives going on, both in terms of collaborations and acquisitions. This is not a static situation. It's very exciting from our standpoint.
I was going to say, we'll leave it at that. So, Jerry, where can our audience go and find more information on LFTD Partners?
Well, for our publicly traded company, our website is www.lftdpartners.com. And if you want to see all of our products, our principal subsidiary, you'd go to www.liftedmade.com.
Very good. Well, Jerry, thank you so much for joining me here today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll see you in Vegas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.